welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another meal prep video. In this week's video, I'm going to share with you how I took some leftovers from our Memorial Day party on Sunday and just threw together some things to do a quick meal prep.
It's a journey for life and I'm your ride. Hang on, we'll be long gone. Hang on.
If you're new here, welcome. My name is Kristi. On my channel, I share WW points and also calories, but you don't have to be on any type of weight loss program to get tips and ideas for my channel. As always, the recipes that I share will be linked down in the description box below, as well as the items that I use, such as my meal prep containers, different things that I show throughout the video. I always try to link those down in the description box as well. So with all that out of the way, let's get started with this prep. Okay, starting with breakfast. For breakfast today, I planned on doing a chocolate chip pancake bake, but I didn't realize that I was all out of chocolate chips. So since I am not doing any purchasing this week, I'm trying to just use up what I have. I am just going to be doing my regular blueberry pancake bake, which is typically the same type of pancake bake. So with this pancake bake, you honestly can make it any way you want. Just use the base ingredient, and then you can add, like, if you, instead of blueberries, you want to use strawberries, blackberries, whatever you want to use. But the base of it is the same. So the first thing we're going to add to the bowl is 2 cups of Kodiak cakes. These are the Kodiak Power Cakes, Flapjack and Waffle Mix. So 2 cups is, for half a cup is 53 grams. Instead of dirtying a measuring cup, I'm just going to put it on my scale and weigh it out. And honestly, with things like flour type consistency, I've mentioned this before, it actually is more accurate when you weigh it. So 53 grams is for half a cup. I need 2 cups, so that's going to be 212 grams. So I'm just going to zero out my bowl and weigh out 212 grams. Okay, we've got 215, 14, close enough. Now to that, I'm going to add in here, I have a teaspoon of ground cinnamon and a teaspoon of baking powder. And then just stir that up a little bit. In here I have 1.5 cups of unsweetened almond milk. And to that I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And to that I'm going to add a half a cup of unsweetened applesauce. I usually use banana, but I'm going to use unsweetened applesauce in this one. So if you choose to do banana, I usually do 2 overripe bananas. And set that aside, and then I'm going to take an egg. I'm going to lightly beat that egg. Now I'm going to slowly add in the milk mixture. And the egg. So now just try to go through and get as many of the flour pockets as you can. Alright, now this is completely optional. I'm going to add a little bit of Lakanto monk fruit sweetener just because I use the unsweetened applesauce. Usually if I use banana, I don't add any sweetener because the banana is pretty sweet itself. But with the unsweetened applesauce, I do like to add some sweetener to it. So I'll just do maybe a teaspoon. But keep in mind, depending what you're going to top this with, if you're using honey or maple syrup or whatever you're using, I'll probably use the Lakanto maple syrup for mine, but that will sweeten it up as well. The next thing I'm going to do is just fold in some frozen blueberries. Alright, so I've had my oven preheating to 350 degrees, and now I have a 13 by 9 inch pan that I've sprayed with some cooking spray. If you prefer to put this into muffin tins, you definitely can do that. For me, I just prefer to do it this way. To me, it's just quicker, and I just cut it into 6 portions. And just try to spread it around so the blueberries are pretty much all over the place. They seem like they kind of settled in one area. And I can see I have some spots where the batter is still not quite mixed in, so that usually happens. If you want, you can use an electric mixer or electric beater to mix that. And then I was gonna top it with some additional blueberries, but I think that's good enough. I'm just gonna leave it that way. So now if you want, you can put some additional cinnamon on it. I'm not going to this time. So now this is going in a 350-degree oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. All right, pancake bake is done. So I had a couple spots there where the batter still was. So I'm actually gonna let that cool down for a little bit before I put it in my meal prep containers. I have some strawberries. I had a few strawberries in there, so I'm just going to toss those in the meal prep container so those don't go to waste. And then for the syrup, I'm going to use this Lakanto maple syrup. You can have up to 4 tablespoons for 1 point, or 1 tablespoon is 0. And that's pretty much all we usually use, is just kind of drizzle it over it. So I'm just going to eyeball a tablespoon. So each one of those is a portion. So that's a pretty big portion. And then I cut that in half. And the calories on this pancake bake are only 171 calories. The points, obviously, if you're on WW, the points will be different. On my website, there'll be a link so you can find out what the points are for you. So as you can see, I'm only doing 4. That one was a little bit big. And what I'm going to do is freeze the other ones because we only need enough for 2 days this week. So I'll have 2 for me and 2 for my husband. So this is what I'm doing with the rest of them. And I'm actually going to leave this in my fridge for now rather than freeze it. Because like I said, we only needed enough for 2 days. But the other day is because we'll be home. So we may end up eating that day that we're home anyway. So that's going to be our breakfast this week. That's the blueberry pancake bake. For lunch prep today, I'm just making do with what I have again. So for my Big Mac salads, I usually use some ground beef, but we had some burger bites left from Memorial Day. So that's what I'm going to be using in this. And then I also have some Big Mac sauce. So what I did is made some Big Mac sauce. So if people wanted it for their burgers on Memorial Day, then they could use that. This is what was left of it. So this will be enough for probably 4 meals, and that's all I'm going to need this week because we're having a short week. So I'm using my favorite salad containers. These have little compartments, and it also has a little thing to put your salad dressing in. I love them because that way if you have things like tomato, cucumber, things that are watery, it won't get your lettuce all soggy. So I'm not going to be following this exactly. I'm just using the sauce that I had from it. So here I have some spring mix and spinach. And I'm just going to put some of that in the bottom. I'm going to mix it with some coleslaw. I just really like coleslaw in my salad. And I don't know if you can hear how crispy this is. I've had this in here for over a week and it's still so fresh. I love these containers. Alright, I'm going to be putting enough in there. I've probably got about 3 cups back, so that's going to earn me 3 points back, which is going to be the points from the Big Mac sauce. Now I'm going to add just some regular tricolor coleslaw to each one. Next I'm going to add my burger bites, which I think I'm just going to crumble them up. And this is just going to make enough for 2 of them. I'm going to just put chicken in the other 2. And I'm going to put my Big Mac sauce in there. So I'll have the recipe linked down below so you can see exactly what's in the sauce. In here I have some cucumber, tomato, and red onion that I have left from yesterday, from Memorial Day. And actually I keep saying yesterday, Memorial Day. We actually had, today is Memorial Day. We had our cookout yesterday on Sunday. And then I'm going to put some pickles in here. I'm just using these Vlasic pickles. I think I'll put another one in each one. I like a lot of pickle in mine. Alright, that's all I'm going to do with those 2. And then for this one, I'm just going to put some chicken breast. I had cooked a whole chicken. My husband actually smoked one, but I don't do very well with smoked meat, so I just cooked one in my Instant Pot. So that's what this is. It's left over from that. And then I think for this one, I'm going to do cucumber in there. If you want to leave the skins on yours, you can. I'm peeling mine. And then I have some red onion here. I'm just gonna cut a little bit of that. And I think on this one, I'm gonna use some feta. So I'm gonna use maybe about a half an ounce in each one. I'm gonna eyeball it. And then for my salad dressing in this one, I'm just gonna use some olive oil and red wine vinegar. So that's it for the lunches, and again, most of it made from leftovers that we had from our Memorial Day cookout. So just one dinner kit to do this week. Honestly, we're coming into summertime and we just really like grilling throughout the summer. So my husband grills quite a bit now. So just one dinner kit that I'm gonna be doing this week. And my dry erase marker is not working, so I wasn't able to write it on here, but this is gonna be ranch pork chops with roasted pears and green beans, and I've mentioned so many times about this recipe. It sounds like it doesn't go together, but I promise you this goes so good together. So all I'm gonna do is just go through my list. I'm not gonna put everything in there. I'm not gonna put the chicken base. I actually don't have any thyme sprigs, so I'm just gonna use some dried thyme. So I'm gonna just leave that out, and the chicken base or chicken stock, the olive oil, light butter, and the 1 teaspoon of ranch dressing. Usually I put those in little containers, but they're such small amounts. I'm just gonna leave those out of the kit, and I will just remember to grab those the night that I have it. So that means all I need is my green beans. I need 8 ounces of those. I have a 12-ounce bag here, so I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it. Just throw my green beans down in the bottom. So if you're new, I'm basically just putting everything in these kits, and I'll wash everything and put them all together the night that I have it, but this just makes it easier because everything's already portioned out and ready to go when I get home from work. And the biggest thing is it's all about planning too. I don't have to stress during the week and wonder what I'm gonna have each night. So I have my green beans, I have a Bosc pear, I also have a couple of garlic cloves, and a shallot. That's all that's going in that kit. Like I said, I'm not going to put the other small things in there. And then here I have my pork chops. These are these ones are 7-ounce pork loin chops. In the recipe, it only needs 2 5-ounce, so I'll have to add some points for that. So then I'll just put this in my fridge like this. I'll leave the meat outside the packet, but for the picture at the end, I do keep it in there. So that's it for my one dinner kit this week. Okay, for snacks this week, this is what I'm going to be doing. I have some leftover watermelon from the weekend. I cut up some fruit, so I only ended up using half of the watermelon. And then in here, I have some fresh pineapple that I cut up. And I may actually transfer that. I might transfer that to my other container like this. So I just had that in there for people to snack on, but I think it'll last longer in one of these. And then I also have some blueberries. I have a banana, and then in here I have some Baby Bell cheese, a string cheese, and this is a new one. If you saw my grocery haul, this is Baby Bell Plus Probiotic. So these ones here are 3 points and I believe 80 calories, 70 or 80 calories. And then these Baby Bell, I thought maybe they'd be smaller because they're 2 points and 50 calories, but I think they're the light kind, because they're in the blue. I know the ones that are light are in blue. So this one's 50 calories and 2 points, but this one does have probiotics in there. I usually have those once in a while as well. All right, I decided I am going to put this pineapple in here. I just think it'll last longer in here. These are really good containers. And as always, I'll link them below. If you do get them, leave them in open for your fruit, and then you close them for your vegetables. So that's gonna be it for my snacks / desserts throughout the week. So that's our meal prep for this week, showing you how I took some things that we had left over from our Memorial Day party and just threw some things together for meal prep this week. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one.
It's a journey.